Suit of armor. And Jaden.
Okay, hey guys, it's Melinda Chan here, and we're doing another cosplay character deck video, and this time I was going to have a spellcaster deck for my Yami cosplay, but we still don't have it together yet, but I need to get my wig sold because we're moving to Chicago, and I want to style a new one. So today I'm with our friend Casey, and he's going to be wearing my Yami wig. It's for sale, by the way. I will post a link to the eBay auction for the wig down below in the video info box. But he's going to show some character decks for Yugi and Kaiba.
That he built himself.
Yeah. And if you want to talk about anything you want about before you show off the deck list.
Yes. This is my Yugi Moto deck, or I guess Pharaoh Yugi deck. Do I do Yugi voice for the whole thing?
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
It's more easy to do.
Yeah. Okay. Both of these are pretty much built just to kind of challenge people to a Yugi versus Kaiba random challenge.
I love the fact that they have the appropriate sleeves on them.
Everything's
so it's
sleeved.
like
Pretty much the decks the way they are right now are going to stay this way, except when Slifer comes out in the next week when I get it in the mail. Because I've got Obelisk in here, and Slifer, the playable version, needs to go in here.
You're going to give us a second copy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. And these are both built to advanced format, so...
it would be funny if they put in band cards. But
yeah. I have the Crush cards, Raigeki, and all that stuff, but...
It's mostly Kaiba stuff that got banned.
Yeah, pretty much. Just, no Graceful Charity or Pot of Beauty for Yugi. Let's see, so starting with, I guess, the Yugi deck, which I have tokens made here. This one's kind of, this is a way to make a custom token if you want. Just X-Acto knife out the middle of a token card. You can put anything you want in there. I just put in Divine Knight.
Yeah, that way it doesn't ruin the card.
Because I thought it kind of looks like the fairy monster that's summoned with Gore's Emissary of Darkness. So
just wait till the new Legendary collection comes out.
And then Yugi deck. Let's see, of course, Dark Magician.
Whoa! You just top decked the Dark Magician.
Right. And then both of these decks, they only use cards that Kaiba and Yugi used in the series, and also they kind of hold to the limitation of the cards. Only one Dark Magician in the deck. One Dark Magician girl. Let's see. Magician's Valkyrie. And then, of course, your level ups. Which, there's ways to search all this stuff, and I can kind of explain that. And then, of course, she gets her effect, and she gets hers. Let's see. Mystic Tomato. Rebo.
Yeah.
Kind of a lifesaver. Today we competed in a local tournament, and dressed as Yugi, I used my Yugi deck in the local, and pretty much Karibo saved me against Chaos Dragons a couple times. Also, let's see, Wall of Illusion, kind of a classic card. Most people don't expect it.
Yeah.
These decks are kind of fun to play against current meta and other things because. When they attack into this face down, of course they destroy it, but then their Exceed or whatever they've spent so much into goes back to their hand. Back to the hand.
They can't see that.
Right. Big Shield Gardner. He's kind of he's okay. I've got a holographic of him I need to put in here for this because I tried to make everything
blingy bling
as blingy as possible. Karibo, pretty blingy. But, yeah, 2600 defense, pretty good, except he switches to attack.
Make a little more room here.
Yeah, there we go. Starting back over here, Gandora, Dragon of Destruction. I actually got to use that today. Kind of hard to bring out sometimes because there's just so much nostalgia in the deck. The Tricky, the way you usually use them in this is, you'll ditch something that you want a Monster Reborn or Call the Haunted right after or later. Or even if you use Dark Magic Curtain, which is a spell card in here later on. You can get back your Dark Magician, things like that. So you can actually kind of push for game with this card. Plus it's like a free special summon. Chaos Sorcerer. You know, some people are kind of confused when you start playing these and you're playing like Yugi deck. A lot of people don't know like Yugi was the first one to use Gores and Chaos Sorcerer, and a lot
I
of
actually
these
don't remember
cards.
when he used Chaos Sorcerer.
Yeah, I can't remember either. I think it was like Battle City. And then Archfiend of Gilfer. I can't remember his name in the manga and the cartoon, but it was like something Archfiend. But that's a pretty good card, actually. Every time it hits the graveyard, it equips. You don't have to. It's a choice. You can equip it to a monster on the field. That monster loses 500 attack. So you can even ditch it for the tricky. Like if they have a monster on the field, you can ditch this from your hand, equip it to their monster to drain it 500, special the tricky. There's a lot of things you can do with it. Let's see, Marshmallow. A lot of people didn't know. For some reason, they didn't know. You know, if you watched, if you watched the series, you should know. Yeah, Yugi uses Marshmallow, and only his effect was kind of more like Spirit Reaper in the series. Let's see, Summon Skull. Always a good card. Buster Blader. Let's see, Gores. Special that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see, Break of the Magical Warrior. A lot of Yugi's cards were actually good in, in any deck.
What's the total monster count?
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's like Yugi and Kaiba kind of used like over 100 cards each, and but I tried to keep it like close to about maybe 44 cards in each deck, something like that. But I wanted there to be enough stuff so that you kind of got to play a lot of cool cards that they used in the series. Now this one's actually pretty good too.
Well, yeah.
When you're doing this, because these you can tribute these from your hand. They don't have to be on the field. They can be your hand and field. So you can have like one on the field, two in your hand, and even Monster Reborn one back. If you just need to bring this out or call the Haunted or whatever to get these back to your hand or field to tribute and bring him out, which is really kind of cool because he's a beater, and when you tribute these, you can use his effect where you tribute him to special these from your grave. So kind of like the way that he would do it in the show is you tribute these off to special him, tribute him to special those, and then tribute those for God card.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to, update this deck and play just with a updated extra deck, you could always throw in some Exceed monsters. This is like a Shockmaster right here.
Yeah.
Or a lot of things. I mean, it's just kind of fun.
I kind of want to run those now.
Yeah. The problem is, it's like waiting until you have these 4 cards in your hand to get that to go off.
I know, but like I want to build a deck around them.
Yeah.
Like 3 copies of each.
That's true, actually. Never mind. I guess if you use 3 of each, you would get to lead into it more. Let's see, okay,
I'm just gonna totally off screen while I'm looking at that card. Sorry about that, folks. And these guys, Hobby League and everything.
Hobby League gadgets.
Blinging good.
And then these are good too for exceeding, because Kaiba and Yugi both used Ultimate Offerings, which lets you pay 500 life points
and
per
break the game.
Every extra normal summoner set you want to do, either during your opponent's battle phase or during your turn. So you could even have nothing on the field and decide, you want to activate your Ultimate Offering during their battle when they attack. Then you can
there's a reason why gadgets are a deck on their own.
Search, add this to your hand.
Pay 500.
Pay 500.
Exceed
add
number
this,
1.
Pay 500. And if you have multiple copies in a deck, you can actually just keep it going, keep exceeding, keep it going, and completely just fill up the field with
There was
exceeds.
a gadget deck that a guy who used a gadget deck in one of the world qualifiers this year.
Monsters?
Yeah. And that's all the monsters. Card feature that is with gadgets is with the traps. Stronghold the Moving Fortress. This is one, I don't know if you ever watched the end of the series that he uses against the Pharaoh in their final duel. It's just kind of neat. You have to have out the, he's just kind of one of those trap summon monsters by himself with a 2000 defense.
Hit the table.
Whoops. But his other thing is if you've got the gadgets on the field, when you summon him, he gets a 3,000 attack, as long as they're on the field while he's out there. So his attack goes up to 3,000. But if any of them leave the field, his attack drops back down.
Yeah.
So, kind of lame. You probably just wouldn't attack with him or try and do that, but I've done it before with this deck, just for fun. Okay, then we've got Soul Rope. It's kind of a card that's overlooked. It was really good before, but you know what it does is anytime a monster of yours is destroyed and sent to the graveyard by either battle or effect damage or effect, doesn't matter. If your monster is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can activate this. You pay 1,000 life points and you get to special a level 4 from your deck. And if you special a gadget, it adds a gadget to your hand, so it's kind of a plus. Or you could special, just whatever you need that's level 4 in the deck. Face up, attack, or defense is pretty good. Let's see, Spellbinding Circles, classic. Need to get something holographic for that. Mirror Force, kind of explains itself. Chain Destruction. This is actually kind of good.
He used it on a tour guide today.
Yeah, I mean, Yugi didn't use Chain Disappearance, which is really good, but Chain Destruction
came first.
Yeah, this came out first. It was a Yugi card that he used, and the way it works is when your opponent summons a monster with a 2,000 or less attack, which is most things that they'll normal summon, flip or whatever. I think it's even special. You can destroy the other copies if they have multiples of it in their deck. So if you see someone drop a tour guide, you blow up their other 2 tour guides. 2 things you don't have to worry about. And then they'll probably just special Songin or something and exceed, but...
if they've got the option.
Yeah, I mean, if they have the option, or if they were just counting on putting tour guides in their deck, then it kind of wasted it. So, it's pretty good. It doesn't destroy the original tour guide, though, so that's the thing. Wabuku, another one that Yugi used that people, didn't know, but Yugi used that. It's pretty good. Again, this is the kind of thing that helps you. Some of these here will help you with your leveled Silent Swordsman. Level 4, 5, and 6 or whatever.
Yeah. Keep them out longer.
Keep them on the field. Another thing is, obviously Mirror Force, Spellbinding Circles, Soul Rope. You can search Silent Swordsman level 4 and then, whatever. Let's see, Magic Cylinder, Call the Haunted, Magical Hats. A lot of people don't expect that either. It helps you kind of mill like useless spells and traps through your deck. If you feel like, well, I'm probably not going to Polymerization, Dark Paladin, right now, so I'm going to get rid of that and something else that I don't want to draw up. Plus, this can reset your Marshmallow face down. So even if they do attack it, they probably won't. Yeah, they probably won't if you Magical Hats a Marshmallow, which I don't see why you would anyway, but if you've got Marshmallow and something else on the field, then when they attack for the something else, you could always select Marshmallow and then sort those out so you've reset him either way. They'll still attack the other thing, but it's good because you just activate it when they declare an attack. And then Ultimate Offerings. Really good card. Kind of explained it before. So let's see. And finally we got the spells. Let's see. Swords Revealing Light. Exchange. This card is actually really good against some new meta decks just because, people will hold on to those cards that they don't want to use right away, but that they're going to try and hold on to after turn 1 and 2, and if you got this, then you can just take it from them.
I get your Effect Veiler. I
get
your yours.
Yeah,
I
take someone's Effect Veiler. For example, earlier today,
I get your DLS.
playing against someone's sort of like self-destruct button stall chain burn deck. I took their Gores and killed them because they didn't have anything else to do. So it was kind of good taking someone's Gores. And then let's see,
nice.
United We Stand. Awesome card. If you don't know what it does, then that's too bad. Let's see, Dark Hole destroys everything. Yeah. Dark Magic Curtain. It's okay in this deck. It's like pay half your life points, and I had like a 6-year-old tell me today after I activated it, like you just wasted your life points because
you got schooled by the kid.
He bottomless trap hold, so yeah, it was a waste, but it's good. Sometimes it's fun to just bring out Dark Magician with this deck, and it's good. If you were going to build this kind of deck, you should do that, especially if you're going to use Polymerization and try and make Buster Blader, Dark Magician, Dark Paladin kind of thing. And you just want to be able to pull them out wherever. That's good. Heavy Storm, it's just an awesome card. Union Attack, that one's actually pretty fun too, especially if you're using Ultimate Offerings and any of the things in there. You just summon a bunch of stuff, or if you've got one gadget in your hand and these two, then you can just kind of keep bringing them out and then use Union Attack to combine all of your other monsters' attacks with one monster, and then make that monster super strong. It's pretty good. Gold Sark, classic Yugi card. Only in the show and the manga, whatever card they put inside the gold sarcophagus could not be played by either player. So the way Yugi used it against the Pharaoh was to put Monster Reborn in there and stop the Pharaoh from using it. Kind of neat. Card Destruction. That's another one people hate, unless you're playing Dark Worlds. So,
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, then you don't want to use it. Polymerization. This is only in here to use the extra deck, and the only card that I put in here for that is Dark Paladin. You fusion your Buster Blader and your Dark Magician together, you get Dark Paladin, which is a great card. And it's also in here though for tag team duels. If you and someone else want to use these two character decks to play against someone or a team, then that's kind of fun because you can make monsters together. And I'll show you the extra deck, Monster Reborn. That's awesome. Let's see. Okay, Dark Paladin. And then I had the Jack's Knight, Queen's Knight, and King's Knight in here, but took them out because they were just kind of slow and clunky, and if you ever had Jack's Knight in your hand, you could never use the effect of the other two. Had to be from the deck, and the only good thing about them is because this monster is really awesome, and you can only make it with those 3 cards, so but it was kind of not worth it, so I don't know. And then these were pretty much just for fun, in case you wanted to play with someone using a character Joey or Kaiba deck. You can make these monsters together. Whoops. And this one, I don't think I even had the monsters, either one of them in there for it, but
nope.
It's a classic Yugi card, and I think it was the first secret rare. It was Legend of Blue Eyes secret rare. Guy. So.
It was that one and Trihorn Dragon.
Trihorn Dragon.
Let's go ahead and cut, and we'll come back with the Kaiba deck because it'll be taking forever to try to load this video on my computer otherwise.
Alright.